The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 JCPS High School basketball starts now.
We welcome you to Pleasure Ridge Park High School. We welcome you to Louisville, Kentucky on this Friday night for basketball.
It's still December to get his players to understand the kind of pace that they want to play with. It is a process, but he'll have them revved up to go tonight.
Meanwhile, for PRP, Larry Kindley takes over in his 5th season after being assistant coach here for a long time, over 20 seasons. He's got his team at 4-2. They shot the ball very well this year, averaging 65 points per game. They come in here looking for a win at their home court tonight, and how are they able to do that and get the job done? Yeah,
look, they have good guard play. This is a traditional place as far as you're going to have consistency from PRP, how they're going to play the same style. Coaching has been carried on. They're a type of team. They're going to be very well disciplined. It's a fun team to watch play.
PRP coming off a win this week at Valley, 63-22. As I mentioned, Fern Creek has lost their last 3. About 17 minutes, 30 seconds before we get this thing tipped off here tonight at center court at PRP. We'll be back for more to come as we'll talk with the head coach of the Panthers next. You're listening to high school basketball on Glycod in the state of Kentucky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us. And that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, representing the region's finest properties with exceptional skill, using the most innovative technologies available.
We welcome you back to Pleasure Ridge Park High School on this Friday night as the holiday season is here, and we thank you for listening tonight as Fern Creek taking on the Pleasure Ridge Park Panthers back here with Mark Leiderman. My name is John Baldridge, and got a chance to catch up with the head coach of PRP. We'll play those comments in a second. Tonight's broadcast is authorized by PRP High School with the production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you all for watching. Both of these teams coming in, as I mentioned, Fern Creek on the monologue is 2-5. PRP is 4-2. They're 1-0 in 3-point games, 1-1 in 10-point games, and they have shot the ball very well this year, 63%. 65 points per game, giving up about 53. And here's the head coach, Larry Kindly, before the ball game down courtside. Down here courtside as we get set for PRP's match tonight here at Fern Creek with the head coach of PRP, Larry Kindly. Larry, take me through the start of the season. How do you think you guys have looked so far in your first 6 games?
You know, considering we've lost so much and we've had to grow as a team, and gain experience, I think we've done really well. I mean, we've had some ups and downs, but we've got a great group of kids, and they work really hard.
Look at the stats, only 2 seniors on this roster. You guys lost some players last year. How do you think, with not a lot of veteran leadership, this young team has progressed through the offseason?
Really well. I mean, really well. The kids that we do have back, like I said, we've got some young kids that are very good leaders. The 2 seniors do a good job. We've had some injuries and stuff, so we're starting to get healthy, and I'm excited.
Take me through the win on December 13th this week when you get off a big win beating Valley 63-22. Take me through that win.
Their coach has done a really good job. He's got them playing hard. He's got them doing some nice things, and so it was a good win for us. Every win's a good win because we're always working and we're always trying to improve with this group. So any win we get's a big win for us.
They would say you guys score a lot of points, 65 points average this year so far. What do you like seeing from the offensive side of the ball? What do you guys like from the offensive side of the ball?
We share the ball, and we have an offense that's very equal opportunity. I mean, our biggest thing is just move the basketball. That's our offense.
Coach, how do you get the win here tonight, taking on a Fern Creek team?
Coach Miles does a really good job. His kids are playing hard. He's had some big wins this year. Again, any win we get's going to be big. If we can defeat them, that would be a great thing. I mean, they've got a good program. He works hard. His kids play hard. I've been impressed with them.
Coach, best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
We'll be back here at PRP in a moment on Glycod.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Okay. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here in Louisville, Kentucky for Glycod's presentation of high school basketball. And with Mark Lieberman, as Mark, we look at the keys to this game now presented by IBEW, Local 369, Power Up Your Potential. And first for Fern Creek, as I mentioned, come in under 500, lost their last 3. How did they get the job done here tonight and come away with the win?
You know, they're not their typical, they don't have the athleticism they've had in the past. Obviously keeping the game close. They've always been a great defensive team. That's going to be their calling card as usual. Not letting Warfield get going as well. Or for Fern Creek, but Warfield's a key for PRP. So the bottom line is, can he get post touches? Can they defend? That's what they want to do to be effective.
Warfield, the 6'7" junior center on this PRP team. For PRP, meanwhile, as I mentioned, just caught up with their head coach. How did they come away from a win? They're coming off a win at Valley this week back here at home, looking to try to start putting something together.
Feed the elephant some peanuts. Keep getting Warfield touches, making sure that he's the focal point, playing inside out. That's what they like to do. And they're also going to be a very efficient, detailed defensive team in the half court. So it's a nice little matchup as far as that goes. How they're going to defend Warfield from the Fern Creek side, how they get him touches, how they get him involved as far as the PRP side.
Pleasure Ridge, this school built back in 1958, a public school, about 1,600 kids, grades 9 to 12. As I mentioned, 4-2 on the season for the Panthers to start this early month of December. Meanwhile, for Fern Creek, built back a little older, 1923, a public school, also 1,700 kids, grades 9 to 12. They're 2-5 in their first 7 games. A good matchup. The officials meeting with some of the players right now. We're about 6 minutes or so before we get this game started. One more time, tonight's Keys of the Game presented by IBEW, Local 369 in the Louisville area. Power up your potential. We'll take a break, be back in a moment. Have more to come here at Pleasure Ridge.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh, and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
(1965) male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Dine Select, not just flies. Dine Select, not just flies.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Down here courtside as we get set for tonight's matchup here at PRP with the head coach of Fern Creek, Ellis Miles. Ellis in his second season with Fern Creek. Take me through the first start of the season. You guys have lost your last three, but take me through what you've seen so far.
Lost the last three just on us not finishing basketball games. Every game we've played in so far has been a close basketball game, maybe besides just one. But that just goes with just us being young and not being able to finish down the stretch. But I think in due time, all that will come together and we'll be able to finish those games that we've been having problems in down the stretch. And this, slow starts as well. We've dug ourselves in a hole to start off a lot of these basketball games and had to use so much energy to come back. So hopefully we can get on the right track, playing 5 games in the last week or so, and we'll get a week off before we play again. So hopefully that'll help us getting back in the gym.
You mentioned a lack of experience on this team, but you guys in your last games that have been decided by 3 points or less, you're 2-0. Meanwhile, in games decided by 10 points or less, you're 2-2. Take me through what's happened down the stretch in those games to let you guys get those close victories.
Just a couple of the guys that, do have a little experience from playing last year and playing a lot of minutes last year. And Taj and Noah, they've made big plays down the stretch, and that's how we've been able to pull out those basketball games.
How would you describe your team? You mentioned a couple of your guards on this roster, but is it more of a defensive pressure team, offensive explosion? How would you describe how your team plays?
I think your defense is always behind your offense, so hopefully the defense comes together at some point, but it's a work in progress, I believe, on both ends right now.
You mentioned your team, but for yourself, you've only in your second year here at Fern Creek, but you've been in Louisville for a long time. You played under Rick Pitino and you played under Denny Crum. Take me through what they have taught you that helped you here at Fern Creek with these guys.
I think just trying to be even keel and at some point even keel, and at some point being that tough coach, and different coaching styles from the both of those guys. So I've took a lot from the both of them. So a lot of respect to both of them, but I have my own coaching style. So,
finally, when you look at PRP and you see them on tape, they're 4-2 on the year. What have you seen from them, and how do you get out of here with a win tonight?
It's going to be tough to win here, regardless of the record. They're going to play their brand of basketball, and we just have to be prepared for their pressure and be able to execute. So we'll see.
Coach, thank you for your time. That's Ellis Miles. We'll be back here in a moment on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 JCPS High School Basketball. UA Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now, courtside for all the action from Glycod on UA Local 502 JCPS High School Basketball.
Welcome back here to Pleasure Ridge Park High School with Mark Lieberman courtside as we get set. I'm John Baldridge for this matchup between Fern Creek and PRP in this early December high school basketball matchup here on Glycod as the starting lineups getting announced. And Mark, final comments before we get to the starting lineups here.
Look, Friday night basketball in Louisville, right? So you've got Ellis Miles, always going to do it, known him a long time. He's going to have his team defending, playing hard, guarding. PRP, that's the same type of thing, familiar with their program. I was a college coach last 3 years at Southeastern Louisiana, recruited a couple of their guys as well, so you know you're going to get guys who know how to play. Fun game tonight.
Look at the starters now. First, for Fern Creek that comes in at 2-5 under their head coach, Ellis Miles, who's 14-22 in his 2 seasons. They'll go 4 guards tonight. Noah Glover, their leading scorer from last year, averaging 11 points per game, will start at point. He's a 6'2" junior. Meanwhile, Taj Boston, a 5'10" junior, will also start at guard with Caden Martin, a 5'9" junior, and a 5'11" junior guard, and Britton Clark in the middle. The forward, the junior Naz Shehead Stevenson, who averages about 2 points per game. Meanwhile, for the home team in PRP, as the lights are off here now, meeting the officials, and they'll go with Keon Gray at guard, the 5'7" sophomore. Also with the senior guard, one of the 2 seniors on this roster, averaging 15 points per game, and Aiden Glass. And also at guard, a 5'7" junior is Kajon Shepard. In the middle, Zach Goodman, the 6'1" junior, he's at forward. And in the middle, the junior, the 6'7" center, Tristan Warfield, who is going to be a big factor tonight.
Great job by you getting all that red during the lights were out, and you're just, using your iPad for lighting. I was very impressed.
Tonight's starting line is presented by Thomas Car Wash, family owned and operated with 5 locations here in the Kentucky area. About to tip it from center court here at Pleasure Ridge. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get underway as Warfield will tip it for PRP, and the tip is up in the air but taken away by Fern Creek as they will move it right to left. And it looks like we'll see a man to start here for the Panthers.
That's PRP's calling card. They're going to guard you
up top,
man to man, and usually switch on a lot of some of the actions with handoffs and ball screens.
Keep an eye on Noah Glover, their leading scorer, as I mentioned, number 3 out there, averaging 11 points per game. In the hand of Britton Clark. They're swinging everything outside the perimeter right now as we go 8 minutes in this first quarter. No shot clock, as everyone knows in high school basketball, so you can use as much time as you want.
High ball screen set up top by Stevenson.
And what a rejection there as Warfield got his hand up, and that one will go back to the Panthers.
It's called a charge on him as well, and that's PRP being very patient defensively, making you really just force you into the action. Great job taking the charge.
A little bit of press here. We'll start.
It's a 2-2-1 by Fern Creek, trying to trap as soon as you get over the end line. They're going to just try and play a frenetic place defensively.
3 ball is up from downtown, no good. Second chance, trying to save it there is Gray. It's deflected and taken back by the Tigers. Glover moves inside, kicks it out to the corner. 3-ball from the wing right side, up, no good off back rim. But a second chance opportunity back there, trying to rattle it home, no good, doesn't fall, and another whistle. And looks like this will just be a stoppage and play off the miss there by Clark.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little injury, but as far as long shots, long rebounds, great rebound, just couldn't finish for Fern Creek. Back to their 2-2-1, really trying to create tempo and trap when they can.
Inside, pull-up jumper is good from 9 feet. Straight on by Keon Grant. First 2 points go to PRP.
Great job by Grant flashing into the middle of that trap to find an open spot, that sweet spot, and hitting that mid-range jump shot.
Glover able to get it away, and he'll get it back and set it up here for the Tigers at the logo.
Switch on the ball screen.
Kick out. 3-ball left side. Barely hits the rim. Second chance is there, and it's deflected again by Warfield. And the third chance falls there, and that's Taj Boston.
Yeah, they forced him into a tough 2, but offensive rebounding, that's what they can do with their athleticism.
2-2 early here in the first quarter of play. Shot up no good by Keon Gray. And it goes back to the Tigers. They'll kick it to the corner. 3-ball, right side, got it, it's good.
Great pace, great rebound, pitch ahead, look to the corner. Finding Clark for the open 3. It's good offense.
Clark only averaging about 2 points per game last season. Already 3 right there.
Well, the pace of play allows Fern Creek to get out, play fast.
Inside way to get the big man involved, and Tristan Warfield on the board.
It's a great way to settle down your offense, get a post touch.
3-ball again, right side, and nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yeah, again, you just can't relax after you make a shot. You know, you have Warfield make the little jump hook, but then the pace of play, just Fern Creek pushing the pace.
Back-to-back threes, that one by Caden Martin. And up top here in an 8-4 lead early on for the Tigers. Falling to deck, lose it on a dish right there to Goodman, couldn't hang on. And taken back by Fern Creek. Inside, kicking it down to the block. Back outside, 3-ball straight on, trying to knock it down, and he'll put it in right there. Noah Glover, back-to-back threes.
Just Taj Boston making the extra pass. He goes from good to great, makes the extra look, finds it for a 3.
And what about the press? A turnover going to possibly lead to points, trying to lay it in and able to do so right there. And a timeout early on. Britton Clark, his second basket, and we'll take a break also. 4:23 to go in the first, and early 13-4 lead here on the road for the Tigers.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Panthers going to get the ball back, trailing 13-4 here at home, and a quick start defense leading to long threes and working the ball inside for Fern Creek.
Yeah, again, the trapping, the pace, they've got to settle down. They've got to get good shots, get the ball inside to Warfield, and really sprint back in transition. The way Fern Creek is pushing the pace is really effective early on.
Christian Finch just checked in, and he'll throw it in here and set it up top for the Panthers. Good crowd here tonight, making their way in here on the south side of Louisville. Up top here, has it as Shepard. He'll pass the corner and almost lose it, and does lose. No, Shepard going to get it back. Second chance goes inside. Free throw line jumper, no good, and it's taken back again by the Tigers.
Again, for PRP, the random trapping, they've basically just got to play basketball, make the extra pass.
What a pass there by Taj Boston.
He's finding guys. Look, and Martin's open for the 3, but just they're unselfish early, and it's just, can PRP play at this pace consistently throughout the game? It's going to be tough.
only about 6 minutes coming back from a team last year. PRP only has 2 seniors on this roster. And I talked to their head coach about it before the ball game. Where do you expect to see that veteran leadership? And they have to really lead on those young guys.
Yeah, and look, trying to get the ball to Warfield and actually doing it, again, they're going for round 1 right now. But taking tough threes like that instead of just looking into the post, and that's the first pass of a fast break.
All the way to the cup, no good, and a rebound goes the Panthers, and they'll cross the timeline. 3:10 to go here in the first quarter, 16-4. Up top here with Shepard, he'll hand it off. Now he'll get it back, swinging right side. Over to Glass, hitting Glass, moving it in, the ball deflected. Getting it back here is Finch. Everything outside right now. Still trying to get the big man involved as he has it in the hands right now of the 6'7" Warfield. Will hand off, 3-ball, rattles around. No good by Shepard. And they'll get a second chance again.
And Warfield's just really working in the post. Just got to get him touches down there, even if he's setting high ball screens now. But a lot of one-on-one play right now by PRP, even though that's a strong drive.
The junior Chris Finch gets his first 2 points of the ball game, and it's 16-6.
Throwing a 2-2-1 right back at him.
Inside all the way to the hole, and knocking down the 5-footer right there is Glover, his second basket. He's got 5. And I like what I've seen so far defensively, making them take long shots. Another long one right there doesn't fall for the Panthers. But they get another board and another opportunity back with Finch.
At times you need your offense to help your defense, which means post touches, try and get to the free throw line, try and get the ball inside. Again, it's kind of a 3-2 right now by Fern Creek, trapping again.
Almost taken away, and does take away an athletic play there. 3-on-1 break, and a pass saved, almost thrown away there, but kept back by Glover. He'll go back inside. He'll pull up, rattle around, and in and out, no good. And a board goes to PRP. Inside, moving it to the hole and kicking it back out is Warfield.
The big thing for PRP right now is trying to figure out, it's a 3-2, but Fern Creek's playing, and it's just forcing them to really identify what they're doing defensively. And here comes Fern Creek again, pushing the pace.
Finch just checked in, already has 3 shots now. He's 1 for 3 from the field off that missed 3. And we'll have a timeout used here by Fern Creek. On top by 12 with 1:13 to go in the first. We'll take a break, be back in a moment.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back here to PRP. Since 2006, the Panthers have led this all-time series against Fern Creek 16-9, as the Panthers have won the last 2. Fern Creek does have the last win, though, here inside this building back in 2021.
PRP coming out man-to-man. Again, being patient, and a floor general like Boston is really directing the offense. Again, they're going to look for a really good early shot rather than the bad quick shot here.
50 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Glover picked up one-on-one man defense we've seen through the first quarter and the 8 minutes by the Panthers.
As you mentioned, there's no shot clock. So right now, at this point, Fern Creek can hold for the best shot for them, and it looks like they might just do that. You've got Noah Glover really kind of not being pressured.
And you think that's what Ellis Miles said, sorry to cut you off, during the timeout there, to say, we got the whole clock, let's take our time to get a good shot here.
No question, no question.
Inside, Glover kicks back out, and they'll use some more clock, 20 seconds.
Look, he had a 12-point lead with the ball. He wants to go leaving this quarter with that lead to extend it or have that 12 points cushion.
Boston picked up here by Zach Goodman. He'll swing it over to Glover. 3-ball. Got it! It's good again. his 8th point of the ball game. 3 ball from half court, no good, doesn't hit anything, and it's a 21-6 lead in a very impressive first 8 minutes.
That's how you want to end the quarter, right? You get Glover open for a shot right about 4 seconds. I mean, you couldn't have done it any better.
We'll take a break. Back for the second in a moment on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Get ready for second quarter of play here alongside Mark Lieberman. I'm John Baldridge in a 21-6 game, a very first impressive 8 minutes we saw by the Tigers as the Panthers will get the ball here to start the second.
And that's the thing with Fern Creek right now. They're playing the 3-2. You don't know when the traps are coming. They're kind of scrambling, and it's hard for PRP, though, to identify what they're in defensively.
Shepard swings to the corner. Over to Keon Gray, double team back out top to Shepard. It seems like it's lightning in a bottle right now. Defense has been everywhere. As I say that, a 3 knocked down. His second basket by Finch.
Well,
but they're
Finch,
really making him work for a shot.
They are, but dribble penetration, getting a paint touch, drive and kick, that opens things up, and he's able to knock down the open shot. But, yeah, it's not been easy. They've really got to attack middle, be strong with the ball, and not play east and west, try and go north and south with some things they're doing.
Foul called there on the Panthers, their first of this quarter. 3 ball is up, and it's good from distance right there. A nice shot. His second 3. He's going to make it his third, his 9th basket of the day for Caden Martin.
Yeah, again, that's tough. PRP's trapping as well. Don't identify shooters when you're doing that. Great pass opens that up.
Inside, beautiful dish. The set almost has a chance for an and one. A good look inside as Gray wasn't able to knock it down.
I think they're settling down a little bit, understanding where the traps are coming from. More patience, being strong with the ball, and that's what's going to open up. They're looking to the short corner, found him there. A good shot fake there by Gary, and that opens it up.
Ray, a 57% free throw shooter, and he misses the first. You got to make those from the charity strike if you want to work your way back into this one, already down 15.
What else it does, it helps you set up your defense as well. If they can knock down a shot, they're pressing, they can set up their press instead of scrambling back off a miss.
It's a Fern Creek team that goes about 10 deep. As the second free throw goes, and it's 1 of 2 there for Gray as he'll take a seat. And Aiden Glass will check back in. There's a little more defense, a little more press we see here now from the Panthers, and a turnover that leads to it. Taken away there and stolen by Chris Fish, and a push in the back here on the Tigers.
Nice hustle by Lucas Bolin for Fern Creek, trying to get the back tip.
You're seeing start of the benches to open up a little more here in the second quarter. Didn't look like we saw a lot of subs in that first quarter of play in the first 8 minutes.
Yeah, the style of play is gonna dictate the substitutions just because of how fast both teams are playing.
Goodman kicks to the left side. 3 ball is up there, no good by Glass, and we got a whistle, and this is going to be a push here on the Panthers.
Again, more patience from PRP. That's a tough contested 3. They again, we talked about the shot clock. They can search and hunt, either whether it's off dribble drive, short corner, trying to attack the middle to create open 3s rather than taking tough shots off the first side.
Pass ahead here as the Tigers will set it up by 14, and they have really manned this first half of play, trying to come away with a win, looking to get off a 3-game losing streak.
Again, you see Fern Creek being very patient, kind of almost with that sagging defense.
Boston drives in, gets it, blocked and taken back by the Panthers. 4-on-3 break. They'll pull it back out top.
Yeah, you don't want to be for Fern Creek. You don't want to be too you want to attack still with what you can do rather than just playing the clock at this point in the game.
Shepard, good pass out. He'll move inside, and this is going to be an offensive foul as Chris Finch tried to lower the shoulder.
It's tough, off one reversal, trying to drive that gap, dribbling into a crowd. That's usually where, those charges come.
Finch will check out. His second foul of this first half.
PRP back to 2-2-1, staying their pressure, trapping the first pass.
Moving it ahead here is Glover. He'll pass it ahead and set it up for Caden Martin.
Again, and then you see PRP, they're kind of backing off their man, but it's almost a sagging man. So really, this is where a Fern Creek can really dictate what kind of shot they want. They are.
And the Panthers have dropped to a 2-3 defense.
It's kind of a matchup. Yeah. It's sort of a matchup defense, but again, they're not really pressuring the basketball, which has allowed Fern Creek to get the shots they want.
Glover pulls up strong and knocks it down from the left point.
Just rhythm dribble into that, and that's what happens when you're not really pressuring the basketball.
Inside, going ahead is Glass. He's going to be pushed in the back. Shot doesn't fall, but he'll have two at the line.
Just frenetic in the half court is Fern Creek, kind of scrambling. If PRP just settles down, gets to the free throw line like they're doing, and then can limit Fern Creek to one shot on the offensive end, then then you creep in. There's no 16-point plays, so just constantly just chipping away at what you're doing.
You look at some of the scores Fern Creek's put together this year, coming off a loss by 26 their last game, but they played some very tough teams. And this is a game that they said they got to come in here with their head coach and Ellis Miles and say, let's get after it early. He talked a lot about having a good start, and that's what they've done so far.
They have. They're undersized, but they have athleticism. So if they can create offense off their defenses, that's what they want to do. Here's what you just don't want to give it up. You're being pressured again. This can wear you down.
Very good press, able to get it away here. Is Glover, he'll get it back. And this time almost toss it away, but toss it ahead to Martin. He'll move all the way to the hole, and it's blocked and rejected there by Warfield. Deflected out and taken back by the Tigers, and they'll slow it up.
Yeah, he was just waving there. So it was a 2-on-1, kind of jump stop, make that extra pass.
Panthers meet him way out front as Glover trying to get inside. He'll pass the corner three ball off back iron, no good.
Martin's hit a couple threes, but he had a chance to make that extra pass right there. The Clark for an open three. Doesn't do it. That's an defensive rebound for PRP.
Shepard from distance. He knocks it down. Caden Shepard.
No lead is insurmountable when you play a pressure type of defense, both sides. You can make quick runs.
Up top here with Glover. Lead down to 11 now. Three ball, good. Right there, Jordan Brown, his first bucket of the ball game.
Yeah, corner three, but again, not a great shot, but hey, when it goes in, you kind of no, yes.
Falling the deck, ball on the ground. Panthers and the Tigers jump to the deck, and we'll have a held ball. This will go to Fern Creek.
Again, Fern Creek's making some timely threes every time. You cut it down to 11, have a chance to cut it to single digits, and then there's that corner three that we just saw by Brown.
Stevenson will check back in for the Tigers as they'll bring a little size into the ball game. Trying to kick it down low here is Lucas Boylan, and it's deflected out of play. Will stay, though, underneath the basket with Fern Creek.
Well, good job pitching ahead, trying to get into the post. Ball's deflected out by PRP.
And you would like to see them use that size a little more, or at least that's what I would think, with the big guy, the biggest guy on the floor for the Panthers.
Yeah, we saw him reject a straight line drive. Offensively, he needs to get touches. But again, for sort of an extended 2-3 now, but Fern Creek is really being patient now to decide when they can get a good shot off it.
And I really like what I've seen from Fern Creek offensively. They really use the time on the offense side of the ball with no shot clock, and they're using it again right here, almost 20 seconds, and haven't even looked at going inside. They'll pull up for a three, right side, no good there by Brown, but another board goes the Tigers. They'll kick it again to Jordan Brown. He'll work his way down low, deflected, but gets it over to the hands of Martin. And now they'll swing it back up top with Glover. He'll go inside, pull up from 8 feet, and he'll knock it down.
Great ball fake to Brown, drives that gap, floater in the middle. Offensive rebound, second shots are demoralizing for teams. Leads that lead back up to 16.
Inside, and we got a block called. Ellis Miles does not like it, but we'll have 2 at the line here coming for the Panthers.
Well, we know we don't have the circle in high school basketball, but it seemed like he was around the rim, so I would have to concur with that call. Sorry, Ellis.
You think that's something that might be needed to the high school game?
There's a lot of things needed to the high school game, including a shot clock. But, that's one thing. But, again, it's tough because some facilities, you got to get someone to operate that. But, yeah, having that circle, especially the way the game is played now, and especially in college where they're really trying to get away from charges and more towards blocks if guys are sliding underneath. But I think that was the right call.
Zach Goodman looking for his first points of the ball game. Was 3 for 3 from the line coming in, and he'll knock down 1 of 2 here.
And allows PRP to set up their press again, doubling the ball, making it really tough to get it in. Need pressure release.
Passing ahead to Martin. He'll cross the timeline and set it up top here with Taj Boston. Boston coming into this game averaging 8.9 points per game, only 2 so far.
Again, 3-2 by PRP, extending the pressure a tad, but still not enough to speed up a Fern Creek team.
Boston kicking into the corner, gets it over to Brown, but almost taken away. And they'll set it up again high on the right side. Kick into the corner, Jordan Brown, 3 ball, no good, rattles around, and taken back by PRP. They'll set it up top, Gray, he'll swing it left side, and we got an up and down trying to work his way inside is Aiden Glass, and moved his feet.
Well, listen, great help by Brown there on the drive. Early first to the ball, really neutralizes him, forces the turnover. Great off-the-ball defense.
Yeah, 1:52 to go. Full court press on with a 15-point lead at Fern Creek, trying to take the lead to the halftime break. Inside, a good pass ahead, and it's rejected, trying to go inside his Glover. Tipped up in the air, but taken back by the Tigers.
2 straight blocks by Warfield, and that was a great drive by Glover, just couldn't finish.
We'll see some time used here up top with Caden Martin. Martin 9 points in the ball game on all 3s. He'll go inside looking for his first 2-point hoop. No good, but a second chance, and the big boy right there follows it up, Stevenson.
That's what happens. Warfield comes over, tries to block the shot. Bodies come off bodies, opens up offensive rebounding opportunities.
Nas Shayhead Stevenson, his first bucket, and we got a tie-up called inside the lane here, and this one will give it to the Panthers. And if you're going to the halftime break, you got a minute to do so here, 69 seconds, but you got to find a way to change some things for PRP in the second half as they'll turn it over here in a 3-on-2 break, going inside, losing it, trying to get all the way to the hole is Boston. They'll turn it over.
Yeah, I don't know what the turnover numbers are right now. We'll see at halftime, but that's the problem. When you're not getting shots, you're turning over, and they're live ball turnovers just like that. You can't rely on Fern Creek just to miss those.
Over top, and it's turned over again, trying to hang on to it was Keon Shepard. He'll lose it. Taken away by Glover. He'll go inside, miss it, ball's tipped up and deflected out of bounds, and this will go back to PRP.
You're living dangerously if you're PRP. 2 straight live ball turnovers, just 2 misses by Fern Creek.
As I mentioned, PRP has dominated in the last years of this rivalry, 16-9. They've won since 2006, but have struggled in the first 16 minutes as this one's deflected out, but will stay with the Panthers as some subs will be made. 3 changes here.
We talked about the youth at the guard position for PRP, and that's it. The poise to make the right pass, to see what the next play is, instead of some of these turnovers. Very active hands by Fern Creek, which you'd expect from an Ellis Miles team.
The top with Shepard. He'll swing it. Right side, 3-ball, no good. Falling the deck there was Glass, but a second chance and able to lay it in. Nice move right there with the cleanup opportunity. And that was Bruce. And he gets his first bucket and has one more. Caden Bruce at the line.
Yeah, much needed basket there. Knock down the free throw. Try and figure out, hey, how can we attack this press? How can we get stops in the half court when you regroup at halftime? Just got to have a really solid effort here defensively with 23 seconds to go in the second.
Bruce misses second chance right there. Rims in and out. Third chance, no good. A fourth chance, and laying it is Keon Gray. Way to use the glass.
Oh, just great effort.
Ahead here to the Tigers. They'll kick it back out and use the last 7 seconds. Noah Glover moving inside. Good dish. In low, and a foul called and one. A beautiful pass there to Glover all the way inside to Stevenson. It'll have a chance with 1 second to go.
Well, look, that's what happens. Get a paint touch. Glover, tremendous drive. Makes the dump down. Great shot fake. Great use of getting to the other side, using the rim as protection, and now you have a three-point opportunity.
And it falls there for Stevenson, giving him 5 in this first half, and he'll check out with a second left. We'll see if we see pull up from half court here. Up the shot goes by Shepard, no good, and that will take us to the break after 16 minutes. The Tigers leading here on the road, 36-20. You're listening to high school basketball on Glycott.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home, Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
On a cold night outside back here where it's very warm inside Pleasure Ridge Park High School with my coach, Mark Lieberman. I'm John Baldridge. At halftime, a 36-20 lead for Fern Creek. On top here on the road, coming in, they've been kind of cold. They lost their last three, but they were very hot to start.
Look, Noah Glover's been great. His pace of play, dictating, getting into the paint, creating, and then you have guys like Clark and Martin and Boston who are just really good guards. The issue for PRP, John, is that the frenetic pace and all the trapping. It's really hard to get Warfield touches, and he's blocked 4 shots in the first half. He's been a presence on that end, but because of the scrambling defenses and trapping the guards, it's really hard to settle down and find Warfield where he's getting his sweet spots around the rim.
You know, this really, when I look at this game, I see a lot of Rick Pitino in this game because I see Ellis Miles, who's a defensive style coach, but he has, there's no shot clock in high school basketball. If you think about Pitino's offenses, they were always very set, very focused. And this game, playing for a guy like that, they've really used this clock, and it looks like, you try to get PRP's offense involved, but they haven't touched the ball very much.
Yeah, they're not hunting shots. So if they have open threes, and you saw, number 4, Jordan Brown knocked down one, knocked down a couple as well, Glover getting in the paint, they're going to search what PRP is doing defensively, but because of the shot clock, they don't need to hurry, and they're not looking for to force anything. And then what that does, they're able to get back defensively, like you talked about, a Louisville type of pressure with some of their trapping, and they're causing havoc, causing turnovers, scoring in spurts off of live ball turnovers, which can happen. So the biggest thing for PRP in this second half is to settle down, take care of the basketball, and just chip away.
Coach, some might say that's a St. John's offense now, but tonight's scoreboard is presented by Traditional Bank. Where you bank matters. As you mentioned, Noah Glover leading the scoring right now in the ball game for either team with Fern Creek with 10. Meanwhile, Caden Martin has 9. All 3, as I mentioned, all 9 of those points come on 3 threes. Tristan Warfield, the 6'7 junior, who's the biggest guy on the floor, only 2 points in that first half, and has really struggled to get the ball inside as that pressure has been enforced and been used very well so far for Fern Creek. We'll take a break. 3 minutes to go before we kick off the second half. A 36-20 lead. Fern Creek on the road on Glycon.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Blind direct, not just blind. Blind direct, not just blind.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
We're getting set for second half basketball here at the Ridge in Pleasure Ridge Park as a 36-20 lead as Fern Creek will get the ball on top here to start the third quarter.
PRP a little more active with their defense here, a 2-1-2, and just trying to a little more ball pressure, forcing a tough three.
Glover, a good pass the corner, and Boston knocks it down.
That's contested three. I mean, you couldn't defend better than that.
Boston's 5th point, and back up to a 19-point lead.
Just trying to get Warfield touches is the key here.
Finch, good pass the corner, nothing there. Falling for Shepard, and it's taken back by the Tigers.
You know, you have a big guy that's hard to guard. Just be patient. Be ready for the next play. Great job finding the middle and a kick out.
Beautiful entry pass. Trying to knock it down was Shepard, and he'll not be able to do so.
This is where you got to look for Warfield.
Finch inside, loses it. Ball falls a deck. Tiger fell to the deck, and it's going to be a whistle. This is going to be a timeout called. We'll take a quick break also early on here in the third on Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Hanging out here on a Friday night in Louisville. And with a 39-20 lead for Fern Creek with the coach Mark Lieberman. I'm John Balders, the timeout used by Fern Creek. And they have looked good in this ball game. They have used their defensive press to lead to points. They've knocked down the three very well. For PRP, meanwhile, how do they fight back and claw into this game?
Yeah, they're settling for these long threes where Warfield should just touch the basketball every time in the half court. I know it's not easy having pressure release, flash up. There's a lot of things he can do to affect this game. 2-1-2, extending their pressure a little bit more, not making it as easy and as comfortable as they did for Fern Creek in the first half.
Up top here with Glover. He'll hand over to Clark, back over around the logo. Good press here by PRP. Inside to Clark. Britton Clark kicks the corner. Glover back up top. Good pass down low, in and out of the hands of the Tigers, and it's taken away by Shepard.
We'll see if they can find Warfield and just settle down their offense a little bit. Even through the zone, he can flash in the middle. He can duck in. Just get him a touch, get him comfortable, and that's only going to help him on the defensive end as well.
Fern Creek is 2-4 in December so far. PRP 2-2.
Again, they had a good look at him, and they just don't throw it inside.
Back up top.
Demand that ball.
Everything around the perimeter right now. And they'll bring the big man out, Warfield. Dump it off inside, pull up, Jay falls there for Gray.
Look, if nothing else, he comes out, finds a great pass in the middle. Just him touching the ball settles down their offense.
Glover, I like what I've seen. The defense has changed here in the last minute to start this third quarter for PRP.
Yeah, they're trapping the wings a little bit more. They're kind of soft trapping the top so they get the ball out of Glover's hands. But again, good patience by Fern Creek.
Martin over to Noah Glover. And they're using this clock, and that's something that is hard to stop. High on the right side. Glover working his way in, has 10 in the ball game. He'll pass back up top to Boston.
Yeah, if they don't have something, they're not going to force shots. They're being very prudent about the shot selection, which again, and they've taken a minute off the clock already.
Glover, a 3-ball, in and out, no good. And it falls the floor and taken back by the Panthers.
I'd like to see Warfield get a touch here.
Glass inside, using the baseline, goes around the hoop, no good. Second chance, up, doesn't fall, and the Tigers will corral the rebound.
Okay, no reason to just drive into a crowd like that. Just be patient, because if not, now you're forcing yourself to guard again for another few seconds.
Glover pulls up and knocks it down. Noah Glover, the junior, gets his 12th point.
Well, PRP gambling for steals, and that allowed Glover for Fern Creek just to get into the lane and hit a little runner.
Glass inside, Aiden Glass moving hard, and PRP gets a foul called on the Tigers, and Fern Creek bench not happy with that one.
Again, kind of a bailout call. But again, they're just driving in the crowds. Settle down, don't use the bounce, threaten the post, try and get 42 Warfield a touch. Last time they came down, he touches, pressure release, finds an open guy in the middle for an easy basket.
4:15 to go here in the third. And a 19-point game. Student section still here, standing strong in that first row.
Okay, need to look inside. You see number 30, he's just not really threatening the post.
Keon Gray, 5-footer, no good from the left elbow. It's taken back by the Tigers.
You know, Caden Bruce just has opportunities just to look in the post, be ready for the next play, and find your horse.
Boston, a good outlet, and it's no good as a rebound goes to PRP.
Again, let Warfield get position and look inside right here. And the first thing that PRP does is they put the ball on the floor.
Clark up top. He'll swing it right side. Over to Finch. He'll pull up from 5 feet. Doesn't hit anything. Second chance. A foul called. Not able to fall home there for the second bucket for Tristan Warfield, but he'll go to the line.
Well, that's where he's going to have to probably find his offense, is just going to the offensive boards, just driving and forcing tough shots. Sometimes the best opportunity for some players is just cleaning up the glass, and that's what Warfield's going to have to do to get his touches.
PRP coming into the ball game, averaging about 65 points a game, held right now to 23.
Yeah, and part of that's the defense, and part of it is that Fern Creek is just being so judicious offensively that they're just going to make sure they're taking good shots. They have a 17-point lead. They're not forcing tempo.
2-2 there for Warfield, his 4th point. And they'll cross the timeline and slow it up again with 3:15 to go in the third. Boston. 3-ball right side off the glass, and that falls there for Jordan Brown.
That came off the second pass, a shot that Coach Ellis Miles didn't want, but just goes in.
Brown's 6th bucket. Inside here, a chance there for Aiden Glass, no good. Deflected out, and the Tigers take it away.
Again, he drives into the crowd. I can't keep stressing that enough. When you have a guy like Warfield, he's got to be the guy who touches the ball.
Boston almost turns it over, gets it over to Noah Glover, pulls up from the elbow. No good, and taken back by the Panthers. A break inside, trying to go to the cup, and getting the foul called, working his way to the hole is Chris Finch, and he'll go to the line. And you like what I see from Chris Finch? coming off the bench, did not start this ball game, looking for his 6th point in this action. And the junior has been a little explosive sometimes.
Yeah, he's good at getting to the rim, using his body right there in transition, knowing how to foul, jumping into the defender, getting to the line. Still want to see more touches for Warfield when they come down in the half court.
Finch one more at the line. Trying to cut the deficit, and he'll make 2-2.
More extended pressure now at 2-2-1 for PRP.
Cross half court, they'll get it ahead. Over to Britton Clark, now they'll swing it left side. Over to Caden Martin, slow it up top. Over to Britton Clark, and he'll get it blocked. Warfield gets his big hand on it, and he'll smack it back, and he'll get it back to the Panthers.
Now reward him coming down.
Inside, Finch, all the way to the hole left side, and gets 2.
Well, you mentioned Finch. He has a chance. He's attacking that rim, and Warfield was there for a cleanup if it was missed.
Over top, 3-ball, left side, got it, it's good. Right there, Jordan Brown, his 3rd 3, and makes it a 47-28 game, and a timeout used by the Panthers. We'll take a break also. 1:57 to go here in the 3rd on Glycow.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
A little Sweet Caroline they were playing here during the break, as right now it's been all Fern Creek in this action, up top by 19 with 1:51 to go here in the 3rd. Inside, PRP all the way to the hole. Good move there by Aiden Glass.
If they can just force a couple turnovers, extend their pressure and get out and go, that's how they can, again, just it's not insurmountable, especially with how fast this pace has been played. But Fern Creek is being patient. Ellis Miles calls that timeout. He wants to make sure they're going to use the clock here for sure, just like they did at the end of the 2nd quarter.
Martin up top has 9 points in the ball game, but all 9 points came in the 1st quarter. 1:10 to go here in the 3rd. Over top to Boston, 3-ball from the corner left side, no good, but a second chance again, and the rebound goes to the Tigers.
Yeah, those are things that kill you. You know, you on long shots like that, you got to take a step back, because if you step in, those long shots go over your head. Just can't give up a second shot in that situation.
Now Coach Miles saying, let's slow it up some. 45 seconds, and we got a foul called, and this will go on PRP. As it looks like Glover will check back in, the leading scorer of this ball game in the later stages of this 3rd quarter.
And this is already a 45-second possession for Fern Creek, and that's something, if they use the whole clock again, limit possessions for PRP, just because you got to rebound the basketball.
You know, I'm not complaining about getting out of here in about 2 hours, but it really does help when you don't have that stoppage in play.
Yeah, it's different for sure.
Up top here with Jordan Brown. And he'll hand it off over to Caden Martin. Pressure out front here by PRP. Over top to Glover, who just checked back in. 30 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, Glover just has poise, is going to make the right play. Nothing there. Passes back out.
Over to Boston. Taj Boston has it, the 5'10 junior. 15 to go. Still pressure here out front by the Panthers. And a 17-point game, and we got a whistle, and this will go offensively and give the ball back to PRP.
Yeah, 5-second count. Boston kind of just playing with the ball up top. The count was on. That's where you have to be aware as a point guard.
Goodman going to throw it in. He'll get it out here to Shepard. Over top. Glass going to pull up from the right elbow. No good, and that will end the 3rd quarter play. 24 minutes down, 8 to go. It's a 47-30 Fern Creek lead here on the road, trying to get off a 3-game schneid. We'll be back in a moment for the fourth quarter action here at PRP on Glycon.
Blind to wet, not just blind. Blind to wet, not just blind.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
We head to the fourth as Fern Creek trying to get away with a win here on the road tonight on this Friday evening. Up by 17 as the Panthers will get it. Alongside Mark Lieberman, I'm John Baldridge here courtside at Pleasure Ridge Park High School.
Zone by Fern Creek coming out. Again, there's opportunities. I can't stress it enough. Get the ball to the wing, threaten the post, try and get Warfield a touch.
They'll get it in here underneath the hoop. Set it back up top for Goodman.
I'd like to see him duck in a little bit more as well.
Over the glass, working his way inside, left side, gets it deflected, and he'll try to kick it back out. Take it away, and the Panthers will hang on to it with Zach Goodman. Goodman in the corner, double team, trapped, trying to do something. He'll get it over to the big man in Warfield. Warfield's been outside the paint a lot tonight. That's not what you want to see with the Panthers. Goodman looking for his first three up, no good, rattles around, deflected, taken back by PRP, and laid in there. A second chance opportunity. Chris Finch, he's been all over the court tonight.
Well, they're going to have to be uber aggressive now, and you see three guys on the ball, and the pace of play is just going to have to be up and down for them to have a chance.
Good pass, dish down low, and one opportunity, and it falls right there. Stevenson get his 6th point of the ball game.
You know, it's the second time he's done a great job of pump faking, getting the bigs off the floor, and getting to the line.
Naz Shahed Stevenson coming into this year averaging 2.1 points per game last season. The forward, only 5'9", but works his way inside in his junior season, and he'll have one more. And the free throw is up and in and out, no good.
Yeah, all the Fern Creek guys have done a great job of rebounding outside of their area tonight.
Up top here with Finch.
Basically a 2-3 that Fern Creek's doing, forcing PRP into tough shots like that.
Finch picked up by Martin there, and the jumper doesn't fall.
Can't have a lot of empty possessions at this point.
Boston crosses the timeline. 6:35 to go here in this fourth quarter action. Over top to Martin. He'll work it from the corner back to the left point. Swing it over to Boston. Boston working his way inside, deflected, but we got a foul called as a reach there. And I believe that's going to fall on, and will Zach Goodman.
Yeah, neither team, and I know the high school rules now, it's only one team foul with both. So really, you got to be aggressive, not gamble, but you might have to go for a few steals if you're PRP because you're down.
Glover, a beautiful look inside and able to knock it home, and a chance for one more as a beautiful pass to Lee Kendrick Morris, and he gets his first bucket.
Now, that's been the big difference between two teams. You see Glover right there. He's peeking in the post. He's looking around the rim. He's finding guys where PRP puts the ball down, doesn't let Warfield get great position, and that's the difference between having veteran guards and some of the young players that PRP is playing.
Haven't seen a lot of Morris tonight, but the junior gets his third bucket right there and the N1 opportunity. 6'4". He's got a little size for this Fern Creek team. Over to the corner.
Extended 2-3.
Inside to Finch, and we got a blocking foul as Finch will go to the line.
Yeah, Finch he gets the ball. He's attacking. He's a straight line driver. He's just getting the rim. He's done that quite a bit. But what can you do now here where they've just struggled with finding that identity defensively. You know, you see Warfield, he's bending over. You're asking a lot for him to run the floor, especially when he's not getting touches.
First free throw, no good. As I mentioned, Fern Creek has played some tough opponents this year. Coming off a loss in their last game back on Wednesday to Moore, 66-49. Played Trinity early on this season, losing to them on the road, 78-36, trying to get off a 3-game losing streak and go to 3-5 on the season. They'll have it up front here for 20-point lead, 52-32. 3-ball, no good there. Not able to fall home for Noah Glover.
Well, he had a good look, driving the kick and couldn't get it.
Pass taken away.
Another live ball turnover.
4-on-2 break here, going to the hole, able to lay it in, get it all the way inside is Britton Clark. His first bucket since the first quarter.
Great step over, right to left. Again, great ball pressure again.
And Clark takes it away again, and he's pushed in the back. You gotta like the way we've seen these guards play, Mark, so far tonight. For Fern Creek, they go 4 guards to start this game and only 1 forward.
Oh yeah, look, it's their style. They can extend pressure that way. They're patient offensively. I'm really impressed with Glover with his court presence.
We'll take a quick break. 54-32. Fern Creek on the road with the lead here on Glycott.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here at Pleasure Ridge Park with Mark Lieberman. My name is John Baldridge. And tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate Insurance agents Thomas Allen for a quote, home, auto, or life insurance. Contact Thomas at 502-425-8484. And we'll look at the upcoming schedules for both of these teams after tonight. And for PRP, they will get set for a game this Saturday against Russell County tomorrow, and also back on December 19th here at home against Shelby County. Meanwhile, it'll be a little bit of a break as they won't be back in action for Fern Creek till they take on Wagner on the 5th of January. So a little break for them in between games, trying to come out with a win tonight and have played well as they'll set it up top.
Yeah, a lot of time for you to work on some things that you want to get ready for district play. So regional play, that's the advantage of having that break. Again, I'm sure Coach Miles talked about the patience here, that we're not going to force a shot. We're not hunting, especially the way with no shot clock.
Boston knocks it down.
Just in rhythm, elbow jump shot, just dribbled into it. Really nice rhythm for that. Just PRP, it's got to continue to just stress defensively and find Warfield.
Trap in the corner, able to get it back here, and they'll swing it right side. 3-ball rattles around, doesn't fall home, tipped up in the air and saved by the Panthers. They'll get it inside of the big man, and Tristan Warfield has his 3rd bucket.
I'm impressed with the fact that even though he's not getting touches, he's creating his own and going to the glass on each possession.
3-ball from the corner, no good. Doesn't hit, nothing there, and taken back by Pleasure Ridge. 3-ball right side, got it from downtown. Big shot there, and the 3 falls for Aiden Glass.
1-2-1-1 now. Now there's a pressure on the ball. Good pass by Glover, creating a 2-on-1.
All the way to the cup and laying it in left side. Good move by Caden Martin.
Yeah, just too easy. After you score, hit a 3 to allow them just come down off one pass.
3-ball again, got it again. Another good 3, back-to-back by Aiden Glass. All the way, beautiful dish inside, and we got a push. All the way to the hoop. Looked inside for Gray, and he'll have a couple at the line.
Bruce hits that 3, you got to have 2 or 3 guys up trying to go to pressure the ball. Good outlet pass creates these fast break opportunities. It's good to see Fern Creek not just playing the clock now. They're attacking off the press.
Lee Kendrick Morris knocks down the first, and it's 58-40.
It's tough when you're PRP and you're making these shots, but you can't get stops on this end, and you just, no matter what, it's demoralizing. You just cannot cut into that lead.
1 more for Morris, and he'll go 1 for 2 from the line.
The other thing that works to Fern Creek's advantage now is they're in the bonus.
All the way in again, Glass, back-to-back threes. This time he'll have 1 more at the line after making an and 1 opportunity. What a move right there. He's been active in this fourth quarter.
You know, him and Finch have been really good as far as getting to the basket, looking for shots. Obviously, they could use a lot more of that in the first half, so the lead wouldn't be so big at this point.
9 points in this fourth for Aiden Glass, and it's 53-49, and almost a foul, no foul called, and a 4-on-2 break inside, and now a foul called all the way to the cup, and we'll have 2 chances at the line here. Working the way to the hole is Keon Gray.
The last 3 possessions by Fern Creek, just forcing shots and getting away from what really got them, that patience. And if you don't have a layup, bring it back out. You really have the clock as an advantage right now.
Gray's first is no good. Gray 4 points in this ball game. Coming in as the leading scorer and the leading rebounder for this PRP team into this action tonight. They'll go over 2 for there.
Expect to see Fern Creek really be patient in this possession.
Up top with Clark. Laying it off, and it's taken away. Boston trying to kick it to the corner. Going inside, crossing the timeline, and a foul out front, as that's going to be there. And I believe that's going to be on Britton Clark. It's 4 fouls on Fern Creek. Already 5 on PRP in the new rule in high school basketball. If you get 5 in any quarter, you're automatically in the double bonus.
See if Finch or Glass can get something going here.
3 ball, no good. Second chance right there, trying to go up, not able to get it home, but another rebound, and this is going to be out of play here.
Sometimes you look at the clock, you're up 16 with 3 minutes, and all of a sudden, you're taking bad shots, you're not defending because you just have that lead. All of a sudden, the lead's now 14, 10, 9. This is where, hey, there's still 3 minutes. Can Finch create a shot for themselves?
Glass up top. Has played well here in the fourth. It'll almost turn it over there, and he will. This one will go out of bounds and back to the Tigers.
Bad possession there, and kind of got stuck with the ball, kind of forced to try and look in the post, and it gets deflected out.
Still full court press on for PRP. Down 16 with 2 and change to go. Up top here at Boston. Swing it over to Noah Glover high on the left side.
I expect a lot of clock to be used on this possession here, John.
Over top to Boston. That's what we've seen all so far in this ball game. And they'll kick it. 3 ball, no good. Nothing there at all for Caden Martin, taken back by the Panthers.
Right, not the shot Coach Miles wanted, as we see Noah Brown head to the scores table.
Gray kicks it over, going all the way to the hole, and laid it in the right side. Back it his way in is Aiden Glass.
Boy, him and Finch have really done a great job in the second half as far as finishing and attacking.
We'll see if they use more time on this possession. Up 14 with 1:44 to go. Glover inside, a beautiful dish down to the block and laid it in the right side. Right there, and a nice pass leads to Britton Clark for the points.
Yeah, he gets deep into the paint, makes the right decision. Really good offense by Glover.
Got a foul. This is going to be a hold here. Disbelieve will go on Stevenson, his third. This will give a chance for two at the line here, coming for Nick Kalen. Kalen still looking for his first points of the evening, has a chance here with 1:22 to go. We thank everybody listening tonight here on Glycod, our presentation of Kentucky high school basketball on this Friday night, December the 15th. As the first free throw is no good, everybody's happy. Hope you have a good happy holidays, but everybody out there listening too, and enjoy the time.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can have a miracle here at PRP with a late run.
Kalen 1 of 2, and it's 46-61 now as the full court press still on here for the Panthers as Kalen will take a seat.
Denying the inbound pass. I'm sure it's going to be just frenetic pace at this point. And they're going to probably need to foul at some point.
Glover brings it up. He'll try to throw it, almost gives it away, but he gets it over to Jordan Brown, and he'll pass it back up top to Boston. Over to Noah Glover. Glover pulling up from the elbow, in and out, rattles around, no good. And this will go back to PRP. .60 seconds to go. Glass gonna lose it, trying to battle his way inside. And we got a whistle. This is gonna be a foul here on the Panthers.
Yeah, just another turnover by PRP. It's just been a struggle with them in the half court. Just getting sped up by Fern Creek all night.
Taj Boston will go to the line. Already with 2 in this fourth quarter. Trying to add to that. First is up and no good.
Expect to see Fern Creek probably drop back a little bit. Don't really need to. Clock now is really what they're playing, so don't see them extending their pressure, trying to really force PRP to take some clock and probably take some tough threes.
PRP back in action tomorrow, as I mentioned. They already are 1-0 in back-to-back games this year. What do you want to see from them as they try to, how do they turn this around and get ready for a game tomorrow?
Yeah, each styles are different, and you know, the biggest thing is, you know, just the amount of paint touches they got. They have to know where their bread's buttered. I mean, shots like we just saw just now, you know, by Shepard, just shooting a long three. I understand the score, but work on the things that you can be effective with, and that starts with Warfield getting as many touches as possible.
Over and back called there on Jaden Walker. Go back to the Panthers with 38 seconds to go. Meanwhile, as I mentioned, Fern Creek will have a little bit of time off, won't play a game until after the New Year's. A little time to go home and be with the family, but they like what you've seen here tonight to finish off a 3-game losing streak, come back and play strong.
Yeah, it's good going into a long break with a game like tonight.
3 and up, 3 ball up and no good there by Glass. And still some pressure here by the Panthers. And they'll get it ahead with Caden Martin. And down low, trying to work his way to the corner, and this is going to be deflected out. And we'll go back to PRP with 16 seconds to go.
I don't think there's any 17-point plays in basketball, so it's going to be tough here.
3 is up and no good, and that should about do it tonight as Fern Creek gonna tick the last seconds away. We want to thank Tim Bryan, our producer. We'll have plenty to come on the post-game show, and our camera guy tonight, Greg Bryan. As the final score here tonight, 62-46, alongside Mark Lieberman. My name is John Baldridge. We'll have more to come on the post-game show, but stay with us for that on Glycod as Fern Creek goes to 3-5 on the season.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fern Creek wins it tonight back here courtside alongside Mark Lieberman. My name is John Baldridge as they get to 3-5 on the season on the road, getting off a 3-game losing streak, winning it tonight 62-46 as PRP drops to 4-3 on the season after coming off a win on Wednesday. They get back for a game tomorrow night. Meanwhile, for Fern Creek, they won't play a game until after January. What you saw from them tonight, really came out here strong early on, play with some defensive pressure, knocked down some threes in that first quarter, led by Noah Glover, and just really played a solid 32 minutes.
Yeah, they built the lead early. They take the big lead in the first quarter because of their defense. They extend it, active hands, a bunch of deflections, which is what Ellis Miles wants to see. And offensively, great poise, great shooting, but creating and really being patient and getting the shot they wanted. It's a good sign for them as they go into their long break.
With that long break, they will have a tough game coming out of it. Back on January 5th, they'll take on Wagner. Then they'll play in the Louisville Invitational Tournament, a big one that will take place over January 8th to January 13th. Meanwhile, for this PRP team, they really struggled here tonight. I felt like they had the size, they had the guys they wanted to play and play well, but really when they couldn't get the ball inside of Warfield, the clock management was all used basically for Fern Creek with no shot clock. And where do you go from here trying to get ready for a game tomorrow?
Yeah, Glass and Finch got going late in the second half, but you just didn't get the touches that you wanted. They were just impatient. You got to play with poise. A lot of things offensively, and that had a lot to do with Fern Creek as well, speeding them up, trapping them in the half court, but they couldn't find Warfield to get enough touches to sell down their offense. When they did, they looked good, but and then when they did score, they just struggled with the speed of Fern Creek.
That beautiful scoreboard you're seeing tonight that says JCPS High School Basketball is presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Bank with Traditional. And also, tonight's final stats are presented by Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors at Ruoff Mortgage. We'll take a break, have more to come here from PRP in a moment.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back here as Fern Creek wins it tonight, 62-46. Courtside with Mark Lieberman and our producer tonight, Tim Boyle. My name is John Baldridge as Fern Creek gets to 3-5 on the season, led by Noah Glover tonight, 15 points leading the way for the Tigers. And it's been a very fun night of basketball, a very quick game too. I mean, we got to talk about it for a second. I mean, it felt like we were in the gym around 6:45. The game's over at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, just when Fern Creek built that lead, they were being very judicious about what kind of shot selection they were taking. They used the clock. Glover hits that shot at the end of the first quarter as well. Good job managing that, especially in high school where there is no shot clock.
People still hanging out with the quick game, still trying to do something tonight. As you can see down, we'll give some scores right now here on the high school basketball evening as you can take a look. Butler with a big win tonight. They beat Doss in girls action 77-17. Meanwhile, Eastern wins in boys action over Central 69-61. Those are the two schools my dad went to. He got bussed over to Central junior year, and that's a big one inside the Baldridge household. Meanwhile, in boys action, the end of the first, don't have any more news and notes on that one, but it says Manual with a 2016 lead in the first quarter there. But, Mark, I got to ask you, how's the happy holidays going for you? I know you're doing your radio stuff over ESPN in Louisville, but you got a 9-year-old daughter. What does she want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas?
Well, for me, I'm going to take this weekend just to some great basketball. In fact, tonight you've got Gonzaga and UConn, so a lot of great basketball watching going on. Trying to get my daughter to watch that instead of some Disney shows, but we're working on it. It's a work in progress.
Well, meanwhile, for me, I'll be over at Xavier seeing them take on Withrow tomorrow night. But we want to appreciate everybody listening tonight. We'll come back and wrap it up, have the players who really caught our eye next break that down out, have the key players this matchup. As one more time, you're listening to high school basketball in the state of Kentucky on Glycod. As Fern.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The reason I went to traditional bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Fern Creek wins it tonight 62-46 here on the road, picking up their first win over PRP since January 11th of 2022, and they did it. Really played really solid 32 minutes of basketball alongside Mark Lieberman to call it. I was John Baldridge, and back here, and Mark, who really impressed you in this action? For me personally, I thought Glover really standed out.
Oh, he sure did. You know, he had great poise. You talked about he finished with 15, but it was more than that. He was able to control the offense, settle them down, hits that shot at the end of the quarter, drives, his number of assists, and defensively he was in great position as well. So great guard play all around, but Glover definitely stood out.
For PRP, I thought they kind of got going a little bit in the fourth quarter, as you mentioned, and that's really going to help them go into a game tomorrow. And Aiden Glass had a good fourth quarter.
He did. Hit a couple threes, attacked the basket. Too little, too late. It's just a situation where for them, they were just sped up. Too many live ball turnovers. Didn't get enough post touches. But for Glass, he's a guy that can really be a factor for them moving forward.
Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by State Farm insurance agents Mike Shelton, Brian Morrison. As I always say, like a good neighbor, State Farm is always there. And we appreciate everybody listening, as always, here tonight. One more time, the final score. Fern Creek wins it 62-46. Alongside our producer here tonight to run the ones and twos and get everything up and running, Tim Bryan. And our guy running the camera tonight, making sure your camera view looked very good at home, was Greg Bryan. Mark Lieberman, my name was John Baldridge. We appreciate everybody one more time for listening. Everybody have a good, happy holidays. Enjoy the Christmas times. You don't know how many more times you're going to get of those, so enjoy every minute of it. One more time, Fern Creek goes to 3-5. They win it 62-46. They'll get the break, and we'll play until after the New Year's. But so long here from PRP. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next time.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 JCPS High School Basketball. UA Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.